All right, so we have time series. Time series, what is time series? Pehle to, when you understand time series, हमने इतना सारा. See, we are studying commerce, correct? This, you guys are in the commerce stream. In commerce stream, if you actually see job opportunities, or the kind of career line that you can have in commerce has crossed all kind of borders when it comes to choosing the job of an analyst, a researcher, and so many other things. In Ravi, pay attention. So in प्रीवियसली कैसे था, कॉमर्स पीपल हैड वेरी लिमिटेड स्कोप, करेक्ट? एक तो सीए करो, या फिर आईसीडब्ल्यूए करो, या फिर बीकॉम कर लो, या एमकॉम कर लो, या वॉट एवर इट इज. बट अभी ऐसे नहीं होता है. And when you get into these kind of career lines, you realize that these things like time series is one of it, where it will help you to analyze so many things. So, to understand or to give kind of reports and data. Correct. So to go ahead and to see what is time series. Let's see time series. What is time series? Time series, it is the organized series of data on the basis of any measure of time. When we say any measure of time meaning it can be 1 month, it can be 1 week, it can be 1 year, any measure of time. Measure of time, it is a time period we are talking about. Correct? It is a time period that we are talking about, which can be from 1 week to 1 month to whatever, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, 1 year, whatever it is. Okay, it can go to any level. Correct? So we analyze this kind of data. All right. See, this analyzing this data is extremely important when it comes to forecasting things. Correct? अभी तक तो हमने देखा है how to forecast things and how to understand how this commercial world is going to work, or how increase in population and all these things. Correct? So when we are analyzing these things, we analyze on different variables. Okay, these variables, either a data can be analyzed on, we can say, one variable. When you analyze a data using one variable, when I say one variable, let us say we're talking about height of children. When we talk about height of kids, we are not concerned about their weight, we are not concerned about their skin color, we are not concerned about anything else. We are talking about height of a specific kind of group of people. Correct? When you count, then that is univariate. Only one variable is considered. That is why they say. And the next part we have is multivariate meaning you will have two variables or more than one variable, where you will try to analyze or you will, based on those two variables, you'll organize your data, and then you will forecast what is given to you. Correct? Whatever you have to. Correct? Here in univariate, we have only one variable which will vary according to the time. And in multivariate, we have more than one variable which will vary according to time. These things that I have given you on the PPT are extremely important when it comes to one marker questions. What is univariate? What is multivariate? This kind of questions. So this is the answer for that. Getting it? So where only one data, when only data of on only, what have I written? Where data of one, it has to be one of the, I'll recheck it. Okay, one variable is varying over time, and this is more than one variable is varying over time. Correct? All right. Now, going ahead, when you analyze, okay, when you analyze a data, there are different components. Are you guys aware of what are the components? There are 4 components. Correct? Right? First is the secular trend. These components basically talk about trend. Are you all aware when all do you see a trend going on? Share market में trend मिलता है. Correct? Sale of winter clothes में trend मिलता है. Correct? There are so many trends that you see. Correct? One example I'll tell you. Okay, do you all know that during the time when in Afghanistan, okay, first of all, are you guys aware that Dry fruits in India come from Afghanistan. Most of the dry fruits in India, they reach India from Afghanistan. So Afghanistan mein when the government toppled down, are you understanding? तब तक तो the dry fruit rates were okay in India, correct? But government in Afghanistan, it toppled down, and then the new government came in. That time, you know what happened when the Taliban government came in and what happened and all that stuff. We are all aware of whatever the political conditions were. During that time, the rates of dry fruits went up in India, correct? That was a trend. So this was basically, there was a sudden rise and the sudden down and sudden this kind of, that is not a regular one, but there is definitely a trend, correct? These things can affect. Like that, secular trend, the other name for secular trend is also called simple trend. It's also called simple trend. This is data of 7-8 years is collected and a graphical presentation of data can be given. It will give you a correct picture. जैसे कि, for example, I'll show it to you here only. For example, suppose let us take that this is number of years. Suppose we say this is 2000. Then this is, can you see what I'm writing? 2001. Okay, 2002. And let us take 2003. Okay. Now, suppose in 2001, the company is increasing. Okay, the production is going down, up, like this, like this. This is a typical graph you will see, correct? Can you see that there is a growth trend? Yeah, the trend of the company that you can see is a growth trend, correct? Vis-a-vis, if you can have the same graph where it can go down also, correct? Like this, like this, like this, it can go down. This is what? This is a deceasing. This is going down. Okay, this is, if this is a growth trend, then this is a downward trend, we can say, a loss trend, a downward trend. कंपनी बंद होने के चांसेस है ऐसे अगर ट्रेंड हुआ सेल्स का तो करेक्ट इफ यू अज्यूम दैट दिस इज अ सेल ऑफ एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन तो दिस शोज दैट द कंपनी इज नॉट डूइंग वेरी वेल दिस शो दैट द कंपनी इज डूइंग वेरी वेल करेक्ट दिस इज कॉल्ड अ सिंपल ट्रेंड सिंपल ग्राफिकल सोल्यूशन से भी हमको पता चल सकता है यहाँ पर करेक्ट the next trend that we have is a seasonal trend, a very common thing. This thing that you have on the PPT, again, I'm telling you, you may not write it. I will send you the PPT, but these are important in terms of theory. ये question, ये text, ये lesson में से theory आता है. Whatever is required, it is there in the PPT that you must know. Correct? Seasonal trend. Seasonal trend. For example, I gave you, right now we spoke about winter clothes, correct? If we talk about winter clothes, when do you think will people go and buy winter clothes in the month of May? Do you think people will go and buy winter clothes in the month of May? They will not go. Who mad will do that? Unless you want to buy something out of trend. Because in the month of May, if you go and buy, you will get something out of trend. You will not get something which is fashionable or something which is current. Okay, if you want to look for it. So what will happen here? If you talk about, if we talk about the whole year, suppose it is Jan, then February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Suppose this is your trend, correct? So Jan may assume that it is cold in Jan, correct? So the sale is high. Then February it starts getting warmer, correct? In April it will go like, and in the month of November again it will increase, correct? This is how a typical graph will look like for winter clothes, correct? It will keep down and it will keep on going up. So this is a seasonal trend. Depending on the season, whatever is the season, your sale will affect, or whatever is the product that you're looking at, whatever analysis you're doing at, it will show that this is the typical graph, correct? Then we have the cyclical trend. Cyclical trend is similar to what I said about winter clothes and everything. I mean, like seasonal trend. लेकिन वो एक साइकिल के बाद आता है. सबसे बड़ा एग्जाम्पल इन साइक्लिकल ट्रेंड इज शेयर मार्केट. कोई भरोसा नहीं होता. दिस इज नॉट प्रेडिक्टेबल. साइक्लिकल ट्रेंड इज नॉट प्रेडिक्टेबल. इसमें हमको नहीं पता. जैसे कि जो अफगानिस्तान का एग्जाम्पल आई गेव यू, दैट ऑल्सो यू कैन टेक इट एज अ साइक्लिकल. वाई? बिकॉज वेन एवर देर इज अ वॉर टाइम, वेन एवर देर इज अ पॉलिटिकल शिफ्ट इन एनी कंट्री, एंड दिस पॉलिटिकल शिफ्ट कीप्स ऑन हैपनिंग फॉर डिफरेंट रीजंस, करेक्ट? लाइक दैट द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द प्राइजेस विल कीप ऑन इंक्रीजिंग डिपेंडिंग ऑन द पॉलिटिकल relations or political turmoils happening in the other countries, correct? वैसे ही you can see that the share market, we know over a period of time, इंडियन कुछ डिक्लेयर किया, आरबीआई का रेट चेंज हो गया, शेयर मार्केट का प्रॉब्लम हो गया. देन यू हैव व्हाट हैपेंड दैट नोटबंदी हो गया, शेयर मार्केट में प्रॉब्लम हो गया. करेक्ट. इलेक्शंस आर कमिंग क्लोज, शेयर मार्केट. सो इट्स साइक्लिकल, देयर इज अ साइकिल थ्रू विच इट हैपेंस. टाइम पीरियड कैन नॉट बी फिक्स्ड. करेक्ट. एंड द लास्ट trend that we have is irregular trend. This, I have written an example here, which is a COVID time. COVID time, all of you know there is a medicine called paracetamol. Correct. Why do you take paracetamol? We all know. Correct. When we have fever, right? Normal trend is when, suppose we talk about India as a season or any country as a season, whenever there is a change from one season to another, people fall sick. Then they take paracetamol. So we can say that paracetamol has a higher sale in particular countries depending on what is the change of the season. Like India, in India, it might be the rainy season that the paracetamol sale is very high. But during the COVID time, what happened was the paracetamol or the medicines were sold like left, right, and center because people didn't know why they had fever, first of all, correct? Why they were feeling sick. So gradually they started taking so many medicines and there was a high rise. But can you say that again the COVID period will come and again such a kind of rise will be there? Yes, we cannot say that. It's an irregular trend. Such kind of trends are irregular, having floods की वजह से अगर कुछ भी ट्रेंड हुआ, all these are all irregular trends. Irregular trends are unpredictable. You cannot identify when and how they will come. Correct. So these are different trends. Theory perspective, you must know what they are. I hope इसमें ना समझने वाली कोई भी बात नहीं है. But still I wanted to know, have you guys understood what is explained in the 4 trends? 4 trends are there. Which are the 4 trends? We have secular or simple trends, seasonal trends, cyclical, and irregular. Analysis. Out of the 4 trends that you see here on the board, analysis is done only for secular trend. बाकी तीनों का एनालिसिस पॉसिबल नहीं है. कैसे करेंगे? कोई पैटर्न ही नहीं है. यू कांट डू द एनालिसिस ऑफ द अदर्स. ओनली सेक्युलर ट्रेंड का पॉसिबल है. सिंपल ट्रेंड, एक प्रॉपर ग्राफ है, एक पीरियड है, यू हैव टू चेक एंड यू कैन डू दैट. अदर इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल टू डू. हाउ कैन यू प्रेडिक्ट अ साइक्लिकल ट्रेंड? यहाँ पे सीजनल ट्रेंड का कैसे करोगे आप एनालिसिस? नवंबर में विंटर क्लोथ्स हाँ है तो मई में क्या होगा? तो हमको क्या पता क्या होगा? वी डोंट नो मई में क्या होगा. करेक्ट. So that is not possible. So basically it is something that is very this question will come probably kabhi aaya hai last to last year, that the analysis of which trend is possible, or I don't remember the frame of the question exactly, but you must know that analysis only for secular trend is possible. Other name of secular trend is simple trend. Okay, yahan tak it's very easy to understand. I don't think it's difficult. Correct. Okay. Going to the next. There are 2 active models we will look at. One is the additive model, and additive model meaning all components are independent. Okay. What are the components here? Okay. If you go to the previous slide, here I have written that secular trend is denoted by T. A secular trend is denoted by T. A seasonal trend is denoted by S. A cyclical trend is denoted by C. And an irregular trend is denoted by I. Correct? Now, going ahead to the next one, when we talk about the additive model where all the components are independent. They are not dependent on each other. In such a case, when we want to find out the original value, that we have the simple trend plus the seasonal trend plus the cyclical trend and the irregular trend. You add all of them and you get they are independent. What do you mean by independent? मतलब अगर एक ट्रेंड को लिया तो उसका दूसरे के ऊपर कोई भी इफेक्ट नहीं है. Are you guys understanding? It doesn't affect the other. Correct. And the other trend we have, which is the multiplicative trend. What is multiplicative trend? All components are we say interdependent. We can say they are interdependent. एक दूसरे के जैसे कि I gave you the example of what to say the paracetamol. Correct. So in this case, the original value you get when you find a product of the 3 trends. So when I gave you the example of paracetamol is a medicine, correct? उसकी अपनी एक seasonal growth है, correct? एक particular season में the sale of paracetamol will be high. But when there was irregular, अगर आप देखो जब भी COVID time था, when you say COVID is irregular trend, correct? लेकिन irregular trend में भी seasonal trend जैसा उसका sale बढ़ गया ना, that means they are dependent on each other. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Kaushik, you want to have a glass of water? Correct. So,
I would say.
okay. So basically, when the trends are dependent on each other, suddenly, when जब एक चीज बढ़ती है तो दूसरे ट्रेंड पे भी उसका इफेक्ट होता है, that is called interdependent. Then you use the multiplicative model. Correct? Now, यहाँ पे this is called trend analysis. As I said, trend analysis जो होता है, trend analysis is only done for the simple trend. जो क्या उसको दूसरा नाम क्या है? Secular trend. Correct? So there are 4 methods that we follow for the trends. Graphical method. We have this is a method of least square. This is a graphical method, semi-average method, moving average method and method of least square. तो इसमें ये नहीं है आपको, एनसीईआरटी में ये नहीं है. The only 2 methods that you have to do is this and this. Correct? ये 2 methods आपको नहीं है. Graphical method and semi-average method are not there. In NCERT, we will only do these 2 methods. आपको यही 2 methods है. Correct? The other 2 methods are there in the book which we are following, but we will not do them. Correct? All right. तो बस ये इसके लिए था इतना सारा चक्कर. तो right now in the beginning we are going to see the moving average method, which is to do with the exercise 11.2 that we are going to see after this. It's a very simple and a flexible method. It helps to reduce fluctuations. As I said again, all the methods are only done, all the analysis is only done on secular trend. And दूसरा क्या नाम है secular trend का? Secular trend और simple trend. So अभी हम जो भी बात कर रहे हैं, that is only related to the secular trend, correct? So it helps to reduce fluctuations and the trend values can be obtained with accuracy by the moving average method. Primarily, you will have questions based on 3, 5 and 4 years. Even numbers, इससे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा questions paper में 3, 5 और 4 years के ही आए हैं अब तक. Are we clear on this? Ihan, are you getting what we are doing? Correct? So basically, if you try to understand, itna bhi, is there anything that you didn't understand from the theories perspective, guys, jo bhi pehle humne kiya? Is there anything? All of you understood this bit? Yeah?
Yes.
Ravi, Ihan? यहाँ पे ये ट्रेंड समझना जरूरी है, बाकी किसमें कुछ भी ज्यादा नहीं है. यहाँ पे बहुत खिचड़ी है एंड यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड. कभी कभी दे विल जस्ट गिव यू द ग्राफ एंड दे विल टेल यू कि उसमें क्या आता है तो पहचानो एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ. करेक्ट? बाकी तो ये तो आपके इन्फॉर्मेशन के लिए है. दिस इज वन एग्जाम्पल दैट वी विल सी. करेक्ट? दिस एग्जाम्पल आप जस्ट ये ऊपर का पिंक फॉर्मेट है ना, जस्ट क्विकली राइट इट डाउन एंड देन वी विल डू इट. वेरी इजी. Have you all done at least one sum in the school to find out what it is? Or no, not at all?
Half the sum.
Okay. We will do a couple of sums here on the board. We will do 3, 5 and 4 with the same example. तो ये example एक बार आप लिख लो. So we will only once you write the example and we will calculate the 3 years moving average, the 5 years moving average and the 4 years moving average on the same sum. Okay. Just copy the question. We need to do a table that I am showing. There are 2 columns extra I have taken in this table. Actually, when you do the question, you don't have to do this column and this column. Are you getting it? This column and this column you may not do. I have added this column because I wanted to show you all certain calculations so that you can relate to it. But later on, actually, you don't have to do these columns. Okay. Okay. Now listen. We have to do a 3 years moving average. What do you mean by 3 years moving average? Nobody writes, okay, right now, nobody writes. First, pay attention to what I'm saying. We have to add in a group of 3. For example, you will add this, You will add this and you will add this. What is the addition of all these three? Let's add. So it is 3.6 plus 4.3 plus 4.3. That will give how much? 3, 4, 3. And this is going to be 4 plus 4, 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 1, 12. And this is 12, 12.2. Correct? Getting it? Now, in the next column, you have to add this 3. So you have to forget the first one. You have to keep leaving 1, 1 on the top. ऊपर से एक number को निकाल देना. Then you take 4 this, and this. Are you guys understanding? That means you will take 4.3 plus 4.3 plus 3.4. How many getting it?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting.
Okay, come on, quickly. Let us add. All of you have understood, correct? This 12.2 I'm going to write here in this column. तो ये column है आपको करना है. This is 12.2 here. Getting it? This is 12.2. And this will be how much? 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. And this is 12. Okay. Then after that, you can take, you have to leave the first 2 now. So you'll start from the 3. So you'll take this, and this. So that will give you how much? This is equal to 4.3 plus 3.4 plus 4.4. Can we add it? What is the total for this one? This will give you 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 4, 11 plus 1, 12. That is 12.1, right? Getting it, everybody? Then we start from, then we leave the first 3. We start from the fourth one, correct? That's 1, 2, and 3. That is 3.4 plus 4. This column in which I'm writing, you may or may not keep it in the, it is not compulsory. You can skip this column, correct? So this will give you 4 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 4, 12, and 12 plus 1, 13. So that will give you 13.12, 13.2, correct? Everybody getting it or no? And then let us take, I'm finishing colors, which will lose it. Okay. Then you leave the first 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you start from here. 1. See, I'm doing it with different colors so that you understand. But when you do it with one pencil, you might just get confused. So if you want, you can put numbers here, 1, 2, 3, and then cut off 1, 1, 1, 1 like this. It is still okay to do it, okay? For your understanding. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Otherwise, by mistake, there is very common that you can add 2 numbers together. 4.4 plus 5.4 plus 3.4. What if? Okay. What is the total here? 5 plus 4, 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. Correct? So again, that will give you 13, and this is also 13.2. And then the last one we have, which is going to be this. Can you see? The last one is going to be 5.4 plus 3.4 plus 2.4. Sorry, the color is too dark, but I can't help. I just wanted to use different colors so that you guys don't make a mistake there. So what is the total here? This is equal to 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 2, 10, 10 plus 1, 11. That's equal to 111.2. Correct? Until here, everybody understood? Now we can't do the total for any because we need 3 at a time and we don't have 3. So the total will be there only for till the time you get a group of 3. Are we clear here? Correct? Now 3 years moving average means what you have to do here simply, we have to divide each number by 3 because we are finding a 3 years moving average. So what are we going to do? We will do 12.2 and we will divide that by 3. We will take 12, we will divide that by 3. We will have 12.1 divided by 3. Then we have 13.2, we'll divide that by 3. This is 13.2 again, we'll divide that by 3. 11.2, we'll divide that by 3. So this will give you how much? This will give you 4.06. Okay. This will give you a straight 4. And then you have 4, 0, and then you'll get 3, 3. So you will be at 3 only. You'll continue to get 3, 3 there, correct? Now 13 means 3, 3 4s are 12. 3 4s are 12. Again a 0. And then you have, this is also 4.4. And this will give you 3 3s are 9. 0.37 there, 21. And 3 3s are, it will continue to be 3 3. We'll stop here. Are you guys getting it? How many understood this? This
Yes,
is
ma'am.
it. This is it. This is what you have to do. Finish. Have you guys understood? This is called, see,
Yes, ma'am.
as of now, they are not telling you because the graphical presentation is out. What was there the last to last year and all that? You had to plot a graph. What is happening to the annual sale versus the trend, correct? So you will get 2 graphs at a time, right? I'll just show it in a small this thing. So you will get one graph, which is going like this, like this, like this. And then you will have another graph, which will go along with it, correct? So you have to see if your annual is with the trend or not, correct? But that part has been removed now. So that graphical analysis is not there. This is what it is. Again, I'm telling you all that this and this column is not required. I added those columns because I wanted to show you all the calculations. You may skip those columns, correct? Yes, Kaushik, are you getting what I'm saying?
Ma'am, but sir told us to bring graph paper tomorrow.
What paper?
Graph paper.
He's doing graphical. It is out of the portion. He's doing
But
graphical.
he told us to bring graph paper tomorrow.
Never mind. Take it. Take it. Never mind. You're not going to lose anything by plotting the graph, correct? I will check this thing. And I also wanted to tell you all that remember your sir said that you all can leave the answer there for that for poison and all this where the E values are. Yeah, you can leave the answer there, okay? But it has to be brought to the lowest form. It has to be brought to the lowest form. And if the value of E and everything is given, then they expect you to find the actual value. Correct? If the E value is given, then they expect you to find out, but the E value is not given, then you can leave it there, but you have to reduce it to as much lowest form possible. Are you guys understanding? Otherwise,
Yes, ma'am.
so that one thing is there. And this one, graphical is not there, but if you want, I can still check the portion one more time. To my understanding, graphical is out, but you are not going to lose anything. And it is nothing, as I showed you. He will ask you to see, he'll ask you to plot these points first, 4.3.6, 4.3, and then he will ask you to plot these points, or maybe the trend, 3 years moving these points, correct? So then you have to analyze how the trend is going. Are you getting it? So
Yes, ma'am.
not this, sorry. You'll have to plot the annual sale and the trend of average, correct? So you have to know whether the sale of the organization is going according to the required trend, correct? How the trend is, that is what it is. So it's okay. You're not losing anything. You learn. But to my understanding, it has been deleted. I'll confirm it still. Okay. All right. The same question, you can just change it. It is for 5 years. Now I'm sure you guys know what we have to do here. It is straightforward. You are going to here
Ma'am,
you
can I
will,
get water?
yeah, go ahead. Here you will have what in this column? What will you have? Here you will take how many numbers you'll take here at a time? Tell me. How many numbers at a time you will take? So basically, here we can take 5. So pay attention, everyone. We need how many? What is the average we are looking at? We are looking at a 5 years moving average. Correct? We are looking at a 5 years moving average. So for 5 years moving average, we are going to take 5 numbers at a time. So we are going to take 1, 2, 3. 1 second. I'm just going to rewrite it. You have to take the central number. Okay, what is the central number here? The central is this one. So we are going to take all the numbers. We'll drive out everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's add. This is going to be what? 3.6 plus 4.3 plus 4.3 plus 3.4 plus 4.4. What's the total? So it's equal to 7. 7 plus 4, 11. 11 plus 4, no, 11 plus 3 is 14. And 14 plus 4 is 19. So that is 19. And that is 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 4, 14. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 3, 13. 13 plus, oh, I went wrong somewhere. Okay, 4 and 4, 8. 8 and 3, 11. 11 and 3. 11 and 3 is how much? 14. 14 and 6 is 20, correct? That's 21. That's 21 you will get here. 21.0. 21.0. Now, what are you going to do? You will leave the first one. You will leave the first one and you will start from, so you will cut this off and you will start from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where you have to focus all the total in, correct? So you'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Getting it, everybody? It is looking shabby, but yeah, this is what you have to do. 4.3 plus 4.3, that is plus 3.4 plus 4.4 plus 5.4. Come on, somebody just add this quickly on the screen. It's getting difficult for me. Okay, 1, 2, 3, that is 12. 12 and 5, 17. And 17 and 3, that is 20. And this is equal to 3 and 3, 6. 6 and 4, 10. 10 and 4, 14. 14 and 4, 18. That is 21.8. Everybody, please confirm the total. This is 21.8.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Rahul, are you getting a little head and tail of what we are doing? Okay, you cut this off. And then you have here again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the central is going to be here. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's going to be 4.3 plus 3.4 plus 4.4 plus 5.4 plus 3.4. So what's the total we get here? That's
Ma'am, 20.9.
20.9. Okay, and then do we have 5 remaining
No, I
still?
think the first one is 20, not 21.
Is it 20? Okay. And then we have, then we will cut, we finish with 3, correct? So for this, one second. You cut this, you got the total for this, you cut this, you got the total. Okay, now cut this and you'll get the total for the next, correct? Do we have 5 here? We don't have 5, correct? I lost the track in between, 1 second. So
Ma'am, we will have 5.
3.6. 3.6, but how many total? For 5 years, we have to get at least 4, no? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from 3.4, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so we'll have
Ma'am, I think
1,
you'll get
2, 3,
19.
4, 5. So until here. So this is this, 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 and this. Correct? That's 3.4 plus 4.4 plus 5.4 plus 3.4 plus 2.4. Can somebody just do the total for this one? That's 19.
19, ma'am. Yes.
19. Now, here what are we going to do in this column? This is sum of all the this thing, correct? Of sum with a group of 5. Here we are going to simply divide. Divide with what? We are going to divide this with 5. So we have going to be 20. We're going to 20 divided by 5 each column. Okay. So here we will take 20 divided by 5. This is 21.8 divided by 5. This is going to be 20.9 divided by 5. And this is going to be 19.0 divided by 5. Come on. So this will give you what? This will give you 4. This will give you 4s are 20. And that will give you 4 3s are 15 and 6, correct? This will give you how much? 4s are 0.1s are, and then 8s are 40. And this will give you how much? This will give you 3.8. All right. As far as table is concerned, this is what it is. The next part of it is graph. If we have to do the graph, then you plot the annual sale versus the 5 years average on the graph, and then you get to know how closely is your annual sale towards the trend. Are we clear? Your table ends here. Nothing beyond this is there in the table. Are we clear, guys? Yeah, Rahul, how are you
Yes,
feeling?
ma'am.
A little better?
Headache is a bit better, yeah.
Okay. Are you able to sit and focus?
I think so.
Okay. All right.
What's this for? Like the table?
Sorry.
Like what's it for?
This is the time series that we are doing, right? You missed the introduction. This is the time series that we are doing. You will get to know gradually what it is. An introduction, I'll send you the PPT. You'll understand what it is as well. All right. Now this is for 4 years. For 4 years, we have one column extra. Even number calculations are a little different, correct? Even number calculations are different. Again, in this column here, we have to do the sum of all this, and then these are the extra column. I have reduced the division column here because I wanted to add extra. This column is mandatory. Okay, so this is an extra column for the 4. So you may skip that column when you do the calculations, correct? So what are we going to do here? Pay attention when we do 4. Okay. For 4, we are going to take 4 as we, pehle to sab same hi karna hai, like we used to do before. So we are going to take 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, correct? So, dekho, 4 mein to center aayega nahi. So what we are going to do? We are going to direct everything at the center here, correct? So we will do here, this, and this. Are you getting it? It is not going to be in front of any number. It will be at the center. Okay. So this is going to be what? This is going to be 3.6 plus 4.3 plus 4.3 plus 3.4. Okay. What is that going to be? 4 meaning that will be 12, 13, 15, correct? I could have shifted the column a little bit here. So this is 15. Getting it, guys? This is at the center. It is 15.6. Okay. Now keep a pencil with you to do this so that you don't miss on the number of years. Now, you have to take the next one, which will be, you cut this off. So it is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Correct? This time, this will be the center. Correct? Getting it? So it is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. That will be how much? It's going to be 4.3 plus 4.3 plus 3.4 plus 4.4. That will give you how much? 4 3s are 12. 12 plus 3, 15. 15 plus 1, 16. That's 16.1. Okay. Again, you can erase. Keep a pencil with you guys so that you can erase this and eraser. Thoda time lagega to till the time your eyes set on it. But once your eyes set on it, I don't think that, it is going to be so difficult. You'll get it easily. So you remove this. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's a 4.3 plus 3.4 plus 4.4 plus 5.4. So this is equal to 17.5. Getting it? Then you cut it off again. And then you can take
The second one should be 16.4.
16.4, yeah. 16.4, 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 14, correct. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. Okay. So this is, then you cut this off. That means 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is going to be a center. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be how much? This is going to be 3.4 plus 4.4 plus 5.4 plus 3.4. Okay. Can somebody just quickly give me the total for this? Is going to be how much? I think 16.6. And then you'll have, I am running out of colors. Okay. Then you cut this off and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So then this is going to be the central one, correct? We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's a 4.4 plus 5.4 plus 3.4 plus 2.4. Correct, guys?
15.6.
10.6. Okay. Until here, we are doing the same thing, correct? Until here, no, until the next column. Here we have to divide. So in this case, we are going to divide 15.6 divided by 4. Whatever we have in this column, we are going to divide this by 4. What is that? What will that give you? 15, that is 4 threes are
3.65. 3.65.
3.65. How? 9s are 36. No,
wait.
3.9.
Yeah,
3.9.
9. Yeah.
Correct. That's equal to, this is equal to 4.1. This will give you 4.375. This will give you 4.15, and this will give you again 15.6 means 3.9. Correct? Until you're okay? Getting it, everybody? Now what we have to do here is we have to add the 2. We have to add this 2. What is the addition of this 2? That's equal to 3.9 plus 4.1. What is the outcome you'll get here? And you have to divide that by 4. So this is equal to 4, 8. So this is equal to 8 and you divide this by 4. No, sorry, not 4, by 2. You find the average, you find the mean of the 2. So you divide this by 2 and then you will get 4. Here you will add this 2. That's equal to 4.1 plus 4.375. So can you all figure out what this could be? 4 plus 4, 8. 8. And that's going to be 4 points. So 8 meaning divided by 4.2375. Then you take this 2. That's equal to 4.375 plus 4.15. That will give you how much? 4 plus 4, 8, 8.4, 8.52. 8.52 divided by 2 will be 4.26. And then you take this 2. This is equal to 4.15 plus 3.9, which is equal to 4, 7, 7 plus 1, 8, 8 meaning again 4, 4.025. Okay, 4.025. Are you guys getting it? So whenever Ihan, where is Ravi gone? Ravi is not there in the class? Okay. So whenever there is even number, this is what we do. Correct? Whenever there is odd number, we do what we saw in the previous sums. Correct? Even number, when you have to find out the moving average for even numbers, that is 4, 6, 8, even numbers. That time we use this. Whenever it is odd, we don't find the last column is not there in the odd. It is the sum ends here itself, correct? So as far as solution without graph is concerned, this is where the solution ends. Are you understanding? After that, you plot the points on the graph and you see how closely if you open ML Agarwal, you will see the graph there. Okay. You understand, guys? So